You run this fucking thing so I can make the stupid fucking eggs. Goddamn fucking breakfast. Jim, you gotta make the eggs. Jim, you gotta make the eggs.
Oh my God, seriously? All right, guys, I'm going to put the panel up because apparently he's fairly pissed off. Okay, I gotta... How do you put your link up? Share?
Here, I got it. Look out. Sorry, guys. I'm a friggin' certified dipshit. I do apologize. Brains were dynamite. I couldn't blow my own goddamn nose.
Chill out.
I don't give a damn about monetizing this anyway, so who gives a crap? You guys don't realize how pissed off I am right now. This is what happens when you try to do 3 things at one time. You screw things up. Sorry, you guys. Sorry. I am so pissed off right now. You don't even know.
Toolbox 101.
You know what, man? No, it's not Toolbox 101 because I started the damn live stream from my MacBook, which means I should be able to end it unless I'm on my MacBook. And it let me end it on my cell phone. So when I tried to back out of the live stream, I thought, okay, I'm backing out of the live stream. And instead, I was taking my entire live stream off the air.
I'm shocked you were able to kill it from your phone when you started.
I'm so mad because we had like 20-some people in the live stream, and then all of a sudden, like a fart in the wind on a hurricane day, it's gone, dude.
Well, don't fart in the wind.
What's up?
I know, right?
Wanda. Hey, Wanda.
Smile, sunshine. Most of us are back already.
He's like, I thought I missed it. I started watching a recording of it. No, Mike's Garage, I'm just a buffoon and accidentally destroyed my own live stream. So I guess we'll have part 1 and part 2. If there's anybody in here who would like to know what the first part of the live stream was about, we talked about Ruby and her reluctor wheel friggin' possibly being damaged and being replaced. And then my family was insistent that I make breakfast for them. And then I had to deal with a coworker on my cell phone, and I ended up, losing you guys.
Nadine, how you doing? Well, it looks like you're getting a lot of people back. Somebody, super chat. I see a super chat somewhere.
Nadine Vlogs, what's up, girl? Wanda, Louisiana style. Good to see ya.
Cornwald's not having a bad day, Victor. He's just pouting because he messed up.
Yes.
That was a $5 super chat.
Hey, man, but you know what? A $5 super chat will make me feel better. So, hey, thank you very much, bro. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. I mean, I think money makes anybody happy, right? So, thank you, Victor. I greatly appreciate it. Appreciate all you guys coming back, man. We're almost back to 15 strong. So, thank you so much for coming back. Sorry, your host is a little slow. I rode the short bus when I was little, but, we're trying to achieve to be better.
But question is you rode the short bus. You just admitted that. Were you also a helmet-wearing window licker?
No.
My wife's laughing.
No, but I did pick my nose and wipe it on the side of the bus.
You did pick your nose and wipe it on the bus?
You ever have one of those days? I have one of those lives.
Mach 1 says, I still have my helmet from the bus.
I still have my helmet. I love it.
Right?
I love it. That's awesome. Oh, dang. Looky here. My boy coming in clutch with a $10 super chat. Oh. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Hey, you guys have so do you guys have motion lights, right?
Yes.
Motion lights to where you can move and make them come on, right?
Yeah.
So if you put them on a switch, let me see if I can find it. if you put them on a switch, you can flip the switch 3 times. I never can remember exactly. I think it's on. Anyways, you'll turn it on and it's not motion. It just comes on full time.
Is that
Right.
like Toto
Yep.
clicking her heels 3 times?
No, and it's actually in the instructions. If you ever buy one,
Yep.
if you ever buy a motion light and you read if you actually read the instructions, it gives you a hack for it.
Boosted, is that from lifting weights or hanging gutters or both? I'm guessing
Unless
both.
I think it might. There it goes.
He's been at the
Probably went
gym.
out from work.
He was at the gym too, lifting some heavy weights.
Ah, pumping iron, getting strong.
We are here to pump you
You
up.
up.
There we go. Watch.
Hey, this morning I got up before everybody else and I started watching the Married with Children's reunion from 2007. Dude, I was telling you what, that brought me back to my childhood, bro. I was loving it.
Wait, you watched what?
The Married with Children reunion.
Oh,
I watched the Friends reunion.
that was my grandfather's favorite show, Married with Children.
Hey, cowboy car crushing.
What's
What's
up,
up,
cowboy?
dude?
You know Rav4 is watching in the bushes, little prick.
Good to see you, man. Thank you so much for tapping in, bro. We appreciate the support, dude. Hans and Franz, that's right.
Hans and Franz.
Hell yeah, brother.
I
All right, now,
won that one.
let me see if I can take us mobile now that I've gotten everything friggin' settled out here.
What's up, John Paul? How you doing, sir?
I'm half tempted to tell this dude he ain't getting his truck back tonight.
Talk about the Chetty?
Fuck yeah. Sorry.
It's okay. I already friggin' swore in the very beginning we're not going to monetize it.
So it's got a weird lift kit on it. I've not seen this lift kit before. It's got a 6-inch lift kit, plus it's got a 3-inch body lift. But in the steering, it's got some new braces that are all welded into the front of the frame. And then it's got these other braces welded to the bottom of the frame. And then it's got these like idler arms that go from the bottom brace up to this weird brace that's on bushings that the center link, it's got a weird center link in it too. It's got a bunch of triangulated bars welded in it, and it's all it all looks like it. Everything says rough country on it, and it all looks like it's been a super pain in the ass to work on.
What's up, Mike's Garage?
Right,
You
we're getting
can't
ready
get
go
to
mobile
nothing.
again.
You can't get to nothing. Just to take the steering gearbox off of this damn thing, it took me 4 hours.
Mike's Garage says somebody got a welder for Christmas? David said hack job.
All right, now hopefully I won't screw this up this time. All right,
That's
I should
weird. Even though you've got that mic muted, it still did that.
There we go.
That was weird.
How's that? We good now?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Now I can come in here and make my own eggs. The family says I did good, boys and girls. Glenn gave us a $10 super chat, and Victor gave us a $5 super chat. They had pity on me because I was upset.
Oh my god.
Those are called self-pity super chats.
I'm about to say Mr. Black one, and it came up as I don't even know.
Mr. Maniac one?
No, it can't. I don't know because now I can't see any of the comments.
It's Mr. March one.
Wrong one.
Oh, my back is fried, man.
Crush.
Mopar nut. Nah, everybody knows what's going on. I don't need to explain anything.
I mean, if you're late to the party, I'll tell everybody what we were talking about before, but I think that all people that wanted to know everything were in the first live stream.
Eggs,
Big
pancakes, and
little
hookers.
right there.
So I'm a bigger fan. Okay, so I like pancakes, but if I have the option, pancakes or waffles, I'm choosing waffles every time.
And that's what we got, bro. We got waffles tonight.
Right on. Mike's Garage. They sent the computer to Ford. Ford went through the computer and said that there's nothing wrong with the computer. The computer is not corrupted.
Yep.
So they told Livernoise to change a couple of sensors, and they believe that it's the reluctor wheel on the flywheel for the crank trigger.
Later, Mike. Enjoy the movie, brother.
So motor and trainee are back out of the car, or coming back out of the car.
No, they're out.
And they're out. Okay. I knew the trainee. I knew you said the trainee was out. I guess I didn't catch that the Mad Motorhead. No, the transmission has to come out to get to the reluctor wheel because it's mounted with the flywheel.
Yep.
The 8 bolts that hold the flywheel on also hold the reluctor wheel on. It's behind the flywheel.
Man, burn that baby.
I know, right?
When I see the name Islander Beebs, it almost thought me think of the Island Boys. I was like, no, there's no way they're in here.
UFO. What everybody's thinking is maybe from the engine coming in and out and all of that. Maybe they bent one of the reluctor wheel triggers, or maybe possibly it's backwards. But I don't think you can mount those ones backwards. If I'm not mistaken, they only go one way.
So, just Fourbanger.
What happens when the new wheel is in and the problem still rears its ugly head? Then I hope.
Come to it.
What'd you say, Carmob?
I guess we'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it, huh?
Right.
You mean jump off that bridge when you come to it?
Same thing. I on the Coyotes, I don't think you can mount it backwards because of the way it cups over the rear main seal section. Yeah, but it's not like a 4.6 Mike's Garage where it goes on with the right in front of the oil pump. It goes on the back of the crank, and it kind of cups. It kind of cups the back of the rear main seal, and then the flywheel goes on. You can't really put them on backwards. Now, the bolt holes are probably close enough that they could have not had it on the right hole, maybe, and have it a tooth off or a bolt hole off, maybe. Yeah, one way only.
What's up, Tim Sweeney? How you doing, man?
Tim Sweeney, what's up, buddy? Justin Fourbanger, what's up? Kind of multitasking tonight, fellas. We're making a little bit of breakfast for dinner, and I was elected to make the egg.
Sublime is right. Jump.
If it rears its ugly head again, I recommend cam lockouts and try that.
Right?
I really do, because everybody, I don't know, because I don't have enough experience with the Coyotes.
So wait, but if he locks the cams out, that's going to take away all of the variable valve timing on the car. Am I wrong?
Yes, but the thing is he's making 1,000 horsepower. He doesn't care about gas mileage no more. And the only thing that the variable valve timing is going to do at that point is for trying to pick up a little bit of gas mileage. So he's making 1,000 horse and 800 foot-pounds of torque. The gas mileage at this point doesn't mean shit. It doesn't. It really doesn't. And with
the only thing that it affects.
It affects your low end drivability, but when you're at 1,000 horse, he's making 1,000 horse and 800 foot-pounds of torque. Yeah. So now what is he making at just off of idle? He's not making 200 horse no more just off of idle. Now he's making closer to 500 horse just off of idle.
I understand, but I was just going to say though, it also, if I'm not mistaken, you lose a little bit of your street ability when you do that. Am I wrong?
Okay, so that's where it gets. That's where it gets different, because so your drivability is not as important no more because you have a much higher horsepower.
Well, it's important because when Mrs. Carbob gets behind the wheel, she wants to be able to drive it like a new car.
but it will never drive like a new car again.
It did before all this crap happened.
Ruby drives a stock car, other than the fact that it makes a shitload of horsepower.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying. If you lock out the VVT, then you're going to lose your brand new car feel.
Well, so that's what I'm trying to say. So when you start building that high-end horsepower, you have to decide, what do you want? Do you want drivability? Because if you're trying to get that like factory drivability, then you're going to have to detune it to try to keep up with it, is what I believe is going on. That's just my opinion. If this doesn't fix the problem, this is my opinion, but I don't have enough experience with the Coyotes to say that. I have enough experience with the 3 valves and the 5.4s, and with the displacement on demand and the Chevys and the LSs. And once you start turning them up, you have to get rid of all that stuff, because the active fuel management and the displacement on demand and the LSs, when you start turning them up real high, all that stuff starts malfunctioning. And that's what I'm wondering is going on. Now, the cool thing about the variable cam timing, by locking them out, if you lock them out and you dial the cams into the correct location, you will get the cam lope too, because it'll be already there.
Now, here's the thing. I would go with that 100%, except for the fact that this problem didn't exist before.
Exactly. That's what I was saying.
I get that.
Miles on Ruby being perfect. No issues, no cam issues, no oil issues, no nothing.
At 10 pounds. Right?
At 18 pounds or at 16 pounds.
Okay, when did you start having these issues?
Probably about 1,000 miles after we tuned it up to a friggin' 925 wheel.
Okay.
And the car behaved fine when I was driving it in Tennessee. It just, like I said, and even when the engine grenaded, it didn't have any problems with oil pressure or timing.
Okay.
Mike says he needs a link.
But what you said, what the reason I keep going back to the cam lockouts is because you said it loves the high RPMs. It loves when you got it wide open throttle. Okay, at wide open throttle, the VCT shuts down and it pulls the cams into optimum performance. Okay, the VCT is playing back and forth and literally twisting the cams like this back and forth at low RPMs to keep it, drivable with the little, gas saver and emissions and economy shit. So they're going back and forth like this nonstop. And when you give it gas, they go bink and they lock in, and then it's 1-to-1 timing is what it does. Right. So, and that's what I'm saying. You're only having issues at idle or right off of idle.
And like a very low RPM, like 1,000, 1,200 RPM, something like that.
Okay, so idle just off of idle.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I'm leaning towards, if this doesn't fix it, me personally, if it was my car, I would push for the lockouts and change the tune, because then you don't have that issue no more. That issue goes away. The cams are locked in. Now it's drivable, but it's pissed off always.
Right.
It's basically set for kill at all times.
I got to walk back to the other computer real quick so I can put a link in.
Okay. You might be able to put a link in from right here, since you were able to end it from there.
I doubt it.
All right. Let's see what we can do here.
See, Mopar Nut agrees too. He says at that level, you don't need VVT.
Oh, boosted. So one of the toys, does that mean like the Calypso Fox, not the Notch, to get that garage?
See, everybody here is agreeing with me at 1,000 horse. The VVT is cause. They all agree that they think it's causing issues. Now, I know you guys don't listen to Alejandro Flores, but on his channel. He says when you start hitting 1,000 horse, they don't do the VVT. They put lockouts in because up around 1,000 horse wheel, it starts having issues. The tune starts having issues and people start having issues with it. So they have them lock it out and then the issues go away.
Right.
And I can't remember which one it was. It's been within the last month that he brought it up again. So, and Lund recommends at 1,000 wheel to pull the VVT out. So this is just what I'm going off of that. I'm going off of the 3 valves. I'm going off of the little 4 cylinders in the Ford Focuses, stuff like that. When you boost a non-turbo, when you put a turbo on a 05, 06 Ford Focus 2.0 or 2.3, they say that you got to get rid of the VVT. That's why they have the cam lockouts, is because once you start getting up into the high horsepower, it ends up being an issue. That's why I'm going with that. Now, I do hope that it is this reluctor wheel is your problem.
Right.
I hope so.
Victor, Boosted has a gutter business. He hangs gutters. Just started it a few months ago.
All right. Thanks for having me, guys.
Not a
Appreciate it.
problem.
So Ford Blue, I want to disagree on one thing with you. I agree
All right.
with 95%, but there's 5% I disagree with. The 5% is when you said that it's going to affect drivability. It absolutely will not affect drivability. It will have the same smooth throttle. All that will be the same. The difference is, depending on how you time the cams, you are going to lose some mid-range torque, but you're going to make so much torque because of the supercharger that it negates it tremendously. But it'll still drive better than stock. You won't have any weird tuning issues to where you're giving it gas and it just kind of hesitates and bucks or any craziness like that. Miss Car Mob can get in it and just drive it and beat the piss out of it.
Yeah, if you
won't
lock
have
it
any
out.
problems. Right, locked out. Now,
Yep.
if depending on how you do the cams, you can negate some of that torque loss, especially if you're advancing the intake cam. So if you advance the intake cam, you retard the exhaust cam. With that, you'll be able to lower your power band slightly to where you lose just maybe a couple horsepower at the very top, but pick up all that mid-range.
Right. And basically it would be, and here is the controversial part that some of them are going to actually throw a tantrum about. By locking out the cams, you're basically taking it back to modular 4.6 or 5.4 valve status.
So,
Yeah, buddy.
That's where you're basically doing it. You're taking it back to a 4 valve, 4 cam, 4.6 or 5.0 or stroker or 5.4 setup is all you're doing.
And you're increasing the emissions on it. And that's part of the reason for the variable cams, to be honest, is not only that mid-range torque, but also because it's better on emissions. So your emissions goes up. But if you can give two craps about emissions, then what the hell?
If you care about emissions, you shouldn't be caring. I mean, I'm just my thought. If you're caring about emissions, 1,000 horsepower is not your gang.
Car Mob is very eco-friendly. Okay.
Say what?
I said Car Mob is very eco-friendly. He cares tremendously.
Oh yeah, 1,000 horsepower Mustang and 1,000 horsepower GTR in the future.
I got 2 EcoBoost daily.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Economy's not quite on the list.
And when he's at his house and he takes his 4-wheeler and he does jumps, all the parts that come off, he recycles them. So
I yanked my headphones out of my ears,
anything
flipping
that
my
falls
neighbor off.
he even has an eco filter for his 10 millimeter.
see, there you go.
VVT can widen the power band, but at the same time, when you stand on it wide open throttle, your variable cam timing is going to lock into the performance part of it. It's once you're standing on it wide open and your throttle is your VVT is not going to be changing no more once you're wide open throttle, because it will automatically go to wherever the tune has got it set up for at the wide open throttle. So it's just that the cams will sling into that location and that's where they'll stay. And that's what I'm saying. Just like the ghost cam tune, all they do is they play with that the open and close of the cams to get it to cam up. Now, if you take one of those variable cam timing cars and lock it out, you'll notice that if depending on where you lock it out, it'll have a cam tune, it'll have a cam lope sound just from doing that. So that's why they say you gotta know, whoever does your cam lockout has to know how the hell to dial them in.
Right, why that LSA?
I don't know if they know all that.
Did Boosted go variable cam timing on his 1800 horse car?
Oh, no. Once you get 100,000 plus, I'm sure no.
Well, wasn't his gray car almost 1800 horse?
No, 1350.
Yeah.
1350. Was he still playing with variable cam timing, or did he lock it out?
He said no.
He locked it out. Okay. How did his car drive? Boosted, you rode in his car.
His car drove fine. Just didn't
His car drove fine, and they were locked out.
Right, but that's a high RPM car, though.
Okay, but it drove fine down normal driving around on the street.
Yeah, his car drove fine.
Yeah. And then when he stood on it, it said, "Hello, boys."
But he also had a turbo 400 tranny versus a 10-speed auto, which is constantly going to be looking for gears. I don't know if that makes a difference. That could be wrong.
That has nothing to do with it.
Okay, I didn't
Now,
know.
here's something interesting. I'm going to give you a side benefit of locking the cams. You are going to lose a little bit of torque down low, but that also helps protect the engine from lugging, which is going to be much better on your connecting rods.
But at the same time, in stock form, yeah, if you locked out a bone stock engine, you would lose torque at the low end. But he's already 300 foot-pounds of torque higher than a stock motor at idle.
Oh, I agree, but it's going to lower it just a hair on the lower RPMs, which helps him to keep his engine from lugging anyway. So it's actually a benefit. That's why centrifugal supercharged cars normally will take more power than a root style or twin screw, because they have no power on the bottom end. So you're not lugging it, so you can actually throw a little bit more power at it for the same internals.
Right.
So it's actually there's a benefit to it.
There is, and that's why I'm saying if I hope this fixes it, and if because Mopar brought it up, if all this is done and this problem is still there, I lean towards removing the VVT and dial in the cams with cam lockouts. It won't have the problem no more. It will be direct timing, and there won't be any variable. You won't have to deal with none of that no more.
Now, here's the thing. So now we know it's not the computer. We know it's not the tune. There are only two things that it can be. First one is they said that they fixed the oil pressure, but there's still issues. That's number one. Or number two, the phasers are effed. It's the only two things it could be.
Cam phasers.
Still pressure issue. And they put cam phasers in.
Wow.
Yeah, didn't you say they tried GT350 cam phasers and stock cam phasers and it didn't do it different?
No. Originally, when they first built the first engine, they used stock cam phasers. When they built the second engine, they used GT500 cam phasers, and those were oil pressure. Excuse me. So then they went to the Shelby GT350 cam phasers, and that fixed all the oil issues.
Okay.
At least it ain't his money, Mopar Nut, thank God.
Right.
Yeah, I remember the 350 phasers and the stock phasers. I just didn't remember the GT500 ones in the middle.
Right.
So they did put on regular stock Coyote phasers.
Yes, the first engine they built.
Okay. All right. But that one blew up. That wasn't due to the weird drivability problem, right? It was a second engine that had the drivability problem, or did they both have it?
No, the first
The
engine
first one was the bottom end that let go, right?
until it grenaded.
But
Yeah.
did the first one have drivability issues? Did it
No.
have the?
No. This is
So
why
why-
I disagree with Ford Blue Gauge a little bit when it comes to the locking the cam phasers out at this particular phase of the engine. You know, we go over 1,000, he's probably right. But at this particular stage of the game, Ruby drove around with friggin', 925 horse for friggin' 1,000 miles, and it drove perfectly fine. Went to the drag strip, drove around town, started up fine, never had any issues, didn't drink oil, nothing.
So
Right.
what's the difference between the GT350 cam phasers and the Coyote cam phasers?
I have
Different oiling, different holes in the phasers for the oil passages.
But then what I
Well,
don't
preacher.
understand is why they didn't put stock phasers back in and test on the second motor.
Okay, so because all right, so the first motor wasn't making 800 horse. The first motor was making what, 675, right?
725, somewhere around there.
The
My
very first one.
original OG engine
Yeah.
from Ford Motor Company.
No,
Yeah,
after
when
the
you
first
first
two.
put the blower on.
That's my original engine. So my original
Yes.
from Ford Motor Company made 770 horse.
Okay. And then you scattered it, right?
Right.
Okay. And then you had it built.
With ring lands let go on 2 pistons.
Okay. And then you had it built. And when you had it built, you put the GT500 cam phasers in it, right?
No, the
No.
first built engine had stock cam phasers.
Okay. And then it let go on Miss Car Mob.
Right.
And then they rebuilt it and put GT500 cam phasers in it, thinking that would fix the problem because they decided they believed it was in the timing.
Right.
Okay. And that didn't fix the problem.
Nope.
So then they changed.
Oil problem. Because
Okay.
then it had the timing issue and the oil issue.
Okay.
Then they went to the Shelby GT350 phasers. That took care of the oil problem, but we still had the timing problem.
Okay. So that's where I'm leaning towards, because now it's turned up because you made 770 and then you had it built and you were making 8 something and then you turned it up more and you're making.
No.
No?
You had the engine built, right?
Okay.
When we had the engine built, they gave me the car back with 750 horsepower. We drove around on that for a few months just to go through an oil change, just to basically break the engine in on 750 horse. Okay.
Okay.
Once we went through the break-in lubrication period, which was I think 300 or 400 miles, then they turned it up to friggin' 925, and it's been at 925 ever since then.
Okay. All right. I thought you turned. Okay. So 925 at the tires through a 10R80 and through a rear diff is still 1,000 horse at the flywheel.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it's not.
Right.
Well,
Right.
Right.
I'm not denying that one bit.
Right. And
So
that's what I'm saying is that you're making over 1,000 horse. So I'm thinking that the VVT is not happy.
Maybe, but why wasn't it acting up the first 2,000 miles that the engine was fine? The other
Because you were
you
babying
had more
it, because
oil
you were
pressure.
breaking it in.
no.
You had more
That's
oil
not-
pressure.
Sublime rode in that car. I didn't baby it. I only babied it for the friggin' first couple hundred miles.
When it was brand new, you had higher oil pressure. Your oil pressure dropped from brand new because the engine fit. So
Yeah.
as it wears together, your oil pressure is going to drop slightly.
Okay.
It might only
So-
drop 3 or 4 pounds, but
As just a 4-banger said, or I'm sorry, Mopar Nuts said, you play with the bomb, then you wonder why it goes boom. But but when you have something that's built and so specialized, the
Right.
littlest thing can throw it off. So I would say that it's either bad phasers, which it sounds like you've gone through a bunch of them, so we'll say it's not that. Oil pressure is a little bit lower than it needs to be. Good possibility. or you're making too much horsepower for the phasers to be able to keep up with what the engine's doing, which is the other possibility. I still leaning towards that you don't have enough oil pressure, but either way, you're at
So do
1,000 horsepower, so I would just lock the damn things because the motor's happy besides that. And I mean, realistically, just playing around with it, and I don't want to put salt in the wound, but the car depreciated a year while it was sitting, which I mean, I just want to drive the damn thing. You know what I mean?
Car prices right now?
Yeah, with used car prices right now, that car didn't depreciate at all.
You
Okay, you made money.
Or you came into the live stream, didn't you, Mike?
Huh? You made money.
Sly, brother. I got to give you that. You're sly. Ruby's only got 12,000 miles on it. It's a 19 Vert in mint condition that's been expelled with 1,000 horsepower. That car didn't drop 1 penny in value.
In normal
No,
times.
and the thing
We'll
is
say in
the
normal
last
times.
year it didn't gain any mileage either.
No.
But all I'm saying is put it this way, you're making payments on something that you weren't enjoying, and that
Right.
it bothers all of us. Yeah, I mean it upsets all of us.
Yeah.
Not as much as you, but it upsets all of us.
But see, here's the thing. What upsets me the most is when, and it's nothing against you guys, okay? So please don't take any offense to what I'm going to say, okay?
Oh, I'm taking offense to it.
He's queued up.
So here's the thing. When you guys ask me all the time, hey, you got any updates on Ruby? Hey, have you heard anything about Ruby? Hey, what's going on with Ruby?
Hey,
But
how's
I hear
Ruby?
that all week long, and I don't have an update for you guys. And months go by, days go by, payments go by. It just drives me, crazy, dude. So I told everybody, as soon as I get an update on Ruby, you guys will be the first to know. That's why when I found out a week ago what was going on, I put out a friggin' live stream notification. I wanted everybody who even thinks about looking at my channel saw the notification and was like, oh, they pulled the trans out of Ruby? Oh, what are they doing now? Oh, I got to tune in for this. You know what I mean?
Well, I kind of figured it out when you told me on my live yesterday or the day before that when you said that the transmission is probably coming back out, I was like, oh, the crank trigger.
As soon as you said that, I was like, hey, you got to quit talking.
I was expecting to get a text message from you telling me to shut the fuck up.
That's it. You got to quit talking. You're let the cat out of the bag.
Well, when you say the training's got to come back out because of a timing issue,
Right.
The only thing back there that has anything to do with timing is the damn crank trigger.
Right? But not everybody knows that, though. I mean, I didn't know that. I figured it was a good way to stir up drama for a good live stream.
I quit.
You quit?
Boosted. He just said that.
Oh.
Why'd you quit, Boosted?
Saying I quit.
He always quits.
So Carmob, would you entertain locking the cams, or you're just like, screw it, fix it right, and I'll wait?
I am not against locking out the cams, but if they thought that was the problem, why wouldn't they have even mentioned that?
I'm not. Maybe because they actually truly believe that there's something else wrong with it, and there might be. I'm not saying that there's not. What I'm curious about is what kind of oil pressure is actually at the cam phasers. The bad thing is you can't read the oil pressure at the cam phasers. The oil pressure comes from the bottom of the engine.
Right.
So you don't know what you're actually reading oil pressure at the cam phasers. Hang on, I got a Coyote sitting right here. Hold on. I know yours is a Gen 3, but I should be able to look at the front of this motor, and if I know on the 4.6s and the 5.4s, there's that oil galley right there on the front of the head that you could tap into and get a oil pressure at the head.
So help me God, Speed X731, if you're in the bushes and you're not saying nothing.
Hey, Ford Blue, why do you still got that motor? I thought you would have opened that sucker up and sold it.
Nah, I ain't done shit with it. I ain't had time. Yeah. Okay. So this doesn't. Okay. So the Coyote doesn't have an oil galley on the front of the head externally like a mod motor does. So the mod motor on the front of the head's got a little Allen head plug in it. You can pull the plug and you could screw in an oil pressure gauge, and you could read oil pressure at the front of the head. You can't do that with the Coyote, so that doesn't help.
You can put it away though.
What's up, Anthony?
What's up? I kind of wanted to add into that. The law of hydraulics, which when we're talking about fluid and pressure, states that wherever you read the pressure is at, that's as long as it's in a closed system, the pressure is going to be equally distributed throughout the system. So whatever the oil pressure is physically being read at, that's what it is everywhere in that system. If there was a restriction, the pressure would go up in the entire system. If there was a drop in pressure, the pressure would go down in the entire system. So I don't think they by not being able to read the pressure at the phasers is 100% accurate.
Other than the fact that the way the phasers work is they actually dump oil out onto the chains when they're going back and forth.
Yeah, and they're constantly supplied. Let's just say, for example, 100 psi of oil pressure at all times, and then the computer uses the solenoid to allow certain amounts of oil in and out. But the pressure at the phaser never changes, regardless of how advanced or retarded they go.
Right. Other than the fact that he's only having.
It's no longer in the closed system, so the pressure is irrelevant after that.
Right. But at the same time, he had catastrophic failure. It completely ate his heads. One head had to be replaced, and we don't know the actual oil clearance on the head. And we don't know if there's maybe a little scar on the cams that is allowing a tiny bit of oil to bypass, because the oil goes up through the bottom of the engine, through the head, through the cam journal, and through the little holes in the cam over into the cam phase.
You're not wrong there. You could be bleeding off pressure.
And Just a Four-Banger says that they're not daisy chains. They do split on those.
You're right, Anthony. If you're looking overall at the oil pressure, if the overall is low, then it's low everywhere. If it's high, then it's high everywhere. The question is, what is the normal range for the oil pressure at idle or just off idle? And where does he sit in that range? Is he towards the bottom of that range off idle?
I don't know if there's a good answer for that, because a 5.0, a cold start on a 5.0 versus a GT350 versus a 500 are all different. I think the closest thing you're going to need, you need to see what a Roush Stage 3 or, or maybe even the Super Snake, the 2015 and up Super Snake cold start is. That'd be the closest comparison, honestly.
See, and I don't know what the minimum requirements on a Coyote or a Predator or, any of those are. I do know the TSB minimum standard for a 4.6 or a 5 at operate 4.654 at operating temperature is 11 pounds. Minimum allowance at operating temperature at idle. Now, when
I've never seen a 5.0 or a 5.2 or ever get that low. So.
Now,
right.
Anthony, you bring up a really good point. So with the oil being thicker as it's colder, so the first thing that I would want to know is, does the problem happen at cold start as well, besides when it's warmed up? And then also, what happens if he puts in a little bit thicker oil? Instead of 5W30, he does 5W40? Does that resolve the issue?
See, and Carmob, am I wrong? But didn't you say that when they first fire it up, it's fine, but when it warms up, it starts having the issue? It starts wigging out on the timing?
After it warms up and you're driving the car normally, that's when it acts up.
So when the oil's
what oil
cool,
viscosity did they use? 5W20? Is that what it calls for on Coyotes? 5W20?
Yeah. Well, I believe the Gen 4 that's in the new F-150 is 530, but before that it was 520.
So if he put 530 in it or 540, I'm curious what the difference would be. I mean, it's still going to be similar at cold start, but when it's warmed up, it's going to be a little bit thicker.
Boy, I have cancer in my nuts. Till's place.
So, yeah, viscosity. And here's the thing: if it calls for 520, and they maybe bump it up to 530 or 540, but here's the thing: Sublime, doesn't your car run 550?
Yeah.
And so does
Yeah,
the
but he
Coyote.
runs different oil
And
pressure
so
than a
does
Coyote.
so does
It comes recommended 550 with it in it.
okay, so what are you running, Car Mob?
I don't know, whatever the Coyote's supposed to have in it.
That
So
might be
520 is really for cafe standards. Like the 4.6s, a lot of the guys run.
We're talking about a modified engine now. It no longer conforms to that 520.
Yeah,
standard.
it should be a 550.
Right.
Running.
The Roush Stage
Well,
3s and the Super Snakes, I believe they run a higher weight.
I wouldn't say 550 because you got to remember that the smallest orifice is going to be with your lifters. So you want to make sure that the hole on that, it isn't too small. Otherwise, if you go
and
too
all
thick,
hit 1,000 horse.
Yeah, Alejandro Flores has always said if you are boosted, 550.
okay, well there you go. I know what 4.6s. I mean, I've ran really thick before, and
with that motor it might be different, but he's talking about the Coyotes for sure.
Right, 550, but at least 540 and see what it does.
Yeah, that's
right. You might ask what they're running in it, and they may have already tried oil viscosity too and not had any luck.
Right.
We don't have that information. We only have the information that Car Mob has been given that he gave to us.
Right.
So honestly, we're all kind of guessing because none of us have our hands on it.
I can tell you it ran Royal Purple.
So
it could have been anything because Royal Purple makes them all.
Right. But you never know. I would definitely want to know that on paper. And if they're running a 550 now and it's still doing it, something's fucked.
So I know Brailsford car runs 550 just like Sublime's car,
The Roadrunner was made to run 550. It comes factory 550. It's not
right.
Even though it's a 5.0 for whatever Ford did to it, they call it a 550.
Right, and I know that and I know this is Toyota and Nissan, but they come with 520 and 020 stock, and they put out a big TSB and said, quit using that shit because they keep falling like flies.
What's up, Woody?
Really?
Mopar Nut says remote control mechanics, all of us.
Yeah, Wood and Metal Garage. The problem is not that Ruby has issues when the car is cold. That is not the problem. The problem was when the car is at full operating temp and you're driving it like a civilized human being. That's when the problem occurs. It's not when you're beating on it. It's not when you first start it. It's when you're driving the car like a civilized person, like going to the grocery store doing 45 miles an hour. That is when the problem occurs.
Yeah, it's if that doesn't fix it, then maybe it would be and this is just my thought again, is it would be in oil clearances right there at that front journal on the heads right before the phaser. Maybe there could be a tolerance issue.
Right?
And here's the thing. Okay, so stock it would be like between 1.5 to 3 thousandths clearance would be 3 thousandths would be the max. The problem is if it's at 3.5, that would be a huge number. A half of a tenth would be a huge number, really. Huh?
Right, 20%.
Yeah. So that would be a huge amount of tolerance and at operating temperature. And you got to think 530, 540, look how thin that oil is. And then you bring it up. It's thin like coffee almost. And then you bring it up to 200 degrees. And now how thin is it?
Right.
It's thin like gasoline almost.
Well, and the thing is, they're probably not using OEM bearings. They're probably using aftermarket. So, I mean, who knows what the actual clearance is?
Right.
So, if he's at 1.5 thou, which is probably what the OEM is, that's one thing. If he's at 2 or 2.5 thou, you're talking something completely different. And your main bearing clearance determines, for the most part, what your oil viscosity should be. So, who even knows what his main bearing clearance is at?
Right. Other than liver noise, they're the only ones that have any of those kind of numbers or
But that's on his
tolerances.
build
They know.
sheet. That should be on his build sheet. That should be listed. There should be a build sheet. Everything should be listed in there.
But he
What's
doesn't
all the
have his
clear-
car back after the build, so he doesn't have none of that.
on their computer. They
True.
should have a build sheet for every single system. So Modular Head Shop and a lot of other places have build sheets when they build motors. So if there's ever a problem with an engine, they can go back and see what everything was when they put the engine together. That's what I do on mine.
Let me see if I can.
But I don't know what yet.
I sent Ken a text, but he's
Did
probably.
you? I was just gonna send Ken a text.
Yeah, I just did.
Hey, buddy, can you come hang out?
Actually, send him another one. Maybe it'll persuade him.
All right.
Mopar Nut says, when in doubt, lock it out and forget it.
I can't disagree with that.
Yeah.
What's up, Jim?
I've made a
Really-
decision,
really
though, when
not
I sell
thinking
some of
about
this stuff, I'm going to buy cams for my GT500 motor so I can get that choppy chop.
Trump bed,
Babe.
Jim, what's going on, man?
Are you going to smoke this last cigarette, honey?
What's up, trunk bag Jim? How you doing, brother?
Yes, like a blueprint. It is a blueprint.
But I mean, it's good to have all that stuff. I mean, because like mine, I know exactly what my main bearings are at, all of them. So just over 1.5 thou, like what would it be? 0.0016 is what I have mine set at. My rods are at 2 thou. I've got the calico coating on it, which is just under 1/4 thou, so that can wear away to give a little bit more clearance. I mean, they should know what all your clearances are. It should be all documented.
Right.
Chef Shade Tree.
What's up,
What's going on,
Chief?
man?
Or Chef J Tree?
What's up, Chef?
Whoop.
Well, Boosted says his were locked out,
Right.
and he probably just didn't want to have I'm just guessing. I mean, Boosted right there, he can say either way, but he probably just didn't want to mess with it. He just wanted to get rid of the issues and go fast.
Are you running aftermarket VTEC solenoids?
The VTEC is Honda.
You cracked me up, dude.
Anthony was like, I know that one.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Boosted said he locked it out just because he wanted the issues to go away. He just didn't even want to have any issues, so he just said lock them out and go fast and be done.
See, I wouldn't have a problem with locking him out either. I mean, Ruby makes 1,000 horsepower. That friggin' Whipple's going to push through that RPM band like nothing. You know what I mean?
Yep. Especially especially if whoever locks them out and dials them in knows what they're doing and can adjust the tune to match.
Right?
You'll never even notice it.
Putting another video up tonight. Nice, Chief or Chef. Ricky Bobby! Ken must be elbow deep in someone's car.
Set it and forget it. What the hell is that from?
That's the
one of those
Showtime
infomercials.
rotisserie. The Showtime rotisserie, set it and forget it. Remember the Showtime thing where you put it in there, you turn it on, you set and forget it? And
There you go. I knew it was super familiar. It was one of those infomercials, huh?
yes.
Yep.
I don't know why, but I was automatically thinking it was the George Foreman grill.
What's up, Fluffy?
Is that Fluffy like the comedian Fluffy?
I wish.
He said, I wish.
I wish.
Hey, I'm going to freeze for a second. I'm going to tell this customer he ain't getting his truck tonight.
Okay. Oh, dude, if we had the real Fluffy in the panel, this channel would explode overnight. So, like I said, I called Livernois today. I'm hoping to get a call back tomorrow, and we'll be able to, get more information on the subject. Who's Christopher?
Christopher?
Christopher. Why'd you say Christopher?
Somebody in the basement going by Christopher.
Oh, maybe Cooler?
No.
His name's Chris. Say, show me your face, bro.
He's showing me his glasses and his nose. Oh, there he is. Oh, this must be like Christopher Shelley.
Hello,
What's
this
up, dude?
is me. Hey, it's me.
What's up, man?
I love your car videos. You make them really good.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Oh, it's at Livernois. Yeah, that's right. Just a four-banger. It's at Livernois. We're trying to get it home from Livernois. The weather's starting to get better here in Michigan, and all I'm waiting for is one good rain to wash the salt away, and then I could take a car out. I don't really want to drive the GTR, even if the weather's nice, because it needs an oil change.
And you're lucky. Mine's still up in the air. I haven't put the rear end in yet. I was supposed to do that like 3 months ago.
Yeah, but then you get sick, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's Ruby doing?
That's what we're talking about, man.
Is she
Oh,
put away
boy.
for the winter?
You could say that.
The longest winter?
Yeah, it was put away, what, in May last year? I think I just heard
Holy
Mrs.
crap,
Carmount
it's
say,
truly
yeah!
almost been a year.
It's literally been almost a year their car's been put away.
What, 10 months?
Mrs. Carmob's like, I want my car back. I'm going to be honest with you guys. When I get Ruby back, I think I'm going to put the stock rims and tires on the back of it and just go do the biggest, massivest burnout I can do with it.
Oh, yeah, do that.
It's
I
gonna
can't
kill
do
him.
that with my R888s. They are just entirely too expensive to do unnecessary burnouts with. But the stock Michelins, oh, yeah, we can definitely designate those to the smoke show.
My mom does burnouts, but
Smoke
it's
like
an
you
old
got.
car. Old convict.
Yeah, that's cool, dude.
And my dad has a problem with his Cadillac.
Well, that stinks.
Oh,
It's
excuse
tight.
me.
Bless you, man.
Thanks.
Bless you.
Mob, he has a new sub.
No, he's
Sweet.
asking, is he a new sub?
No, you've been following my channel for a while. Right, Christopher?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna get beat up tonight.
Why is that?
Because just since I walked into the shop and then back out, or walked into my garage and back out front, a cat has sprayed somewhere out here.
Uh-oh.
And when I go in the house, my cat's gonna kick my ass.
You're
I thought-
you're like, traitor!
Yes.
I thought the guy that you were telling that his truck won't be ready tonight was going to kick your ass.
Oh no. Oh no. I told him, hey man, I'm over halfway. I'm done for the night. It's dark. I ain't fucking with it. He's like, dude, no problem. I don't care.
Awesome.
That's nice.
The shop told him $1,600 for labor alone to do the steering gear, rack and pinion, steering pump, and one ball joint. And then they told him $1,400 in parts. To change those pieces, they wanted engine prices.
It is a lot of work, though. It is a lot of work.
Especially on this piece of shit lifted truck with all these weird braces and stuff welded in.
Oh,
Dude,
really?
Yeah, that's probably why they charged more. They're like, we're getting into something that isn't.
Come on, they work.
Right? They're given a price that's high enough that he'll go away,
Okay.
but if he stays, they'll gladly take the money.
That's part of it. Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you now. I get Ruby back. I am going to do a burnout video. I don't care if
Oh,
only
yeah,
one
do
person
it.
watches it. I'm doing a freaking burnout video. I want to just straight mash the gas and disconnect the ABS sensors and just let that thing eat and let you guys hear that Whipple put in a little bit of work.
And Trunk
Throw
back
that car
Jim.
to the floor,
He's
man.
not 7 pounds. He's 18 pounds.
Who?
My cat.
It's
Oh,
freaking
So let me ask you this, Car Mob. So you said that you're gonna do a burnout video. Will you do a multi-state burnout video?
what does that mean?
Well,
Like
you got to
on the
do the
border.
burnout in 2 states.
Oh,
So you could do Michigan and Illinois.
No, they don't border each other. Michigan and
No, but you could do one state and then just come on over to Illinois and then do another one, or just
the problem is that I
pick
live
2 states.
anywhere
I'm in
between an
Illinois
hour
right
and an
now.
hour and a half away from any border.
That'd be a long burnout from Michigan to Illinois.
That'd be a long drive just for a burnout video.
Well, you drive to
That's
Mexico all the time. You could just tell them you're in another
Canada.
state on your video.
Canada. I go to Canada.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you could
Hey,
just
We
say,
got free healthcare.
you could
say
just say,
so.
hey, today I'm in Kansas. You could find
Hey,
some
big
flat
Rob,
roads
I'm
and
in.
some tan dead grass and say, hey, I'm in Kansas doing a burnout.
Right?
but you got to say process instead of process.
Right.
I
Yeah,
work for a
freaking,
Canadian company, and yes.
Who the hell was it that reached out to me? Shoot, I forgot. Junkers and Clunkers. Junkers and Clunkers reached out to me last week. He's like, hey, man, can you send me a burnout video of your car? And I'm like, I don't have any. He's like, what do you mean you don't have any? I'm like, I don't have any. I said, I did a really small burnout when I put the R888s on in my driveway, but there's no smoke coming out of the car. I said, it looks kind of lame. And when I told him, I'm thinking, you know what?
Excuse
I
me.
need a good burnout video. And I got these friggin' Michelins that I'm never going to use again. Thinking, you know what? I'll slap them babies on the back and we'll put on a little show, man.
Do it in front of my
Yeah,
house.
for May 2nd last year, I reached out to like every GT350 owner I knew on Facebook and Instagram and asked them for a burnout video to do a special 5/2 celebration day. And I just put together a 5-minute video of just people roasting their tires.
We need to do a house in front of your neighbor's house, though, AB.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I didn't bring the GTR that day.
Yeah. And he still throws us under the bus when we're driving a truck.
Well, I know, right?
Oh, shit, my phone's going to die. I got 5%.
What's wrong with
So
the GTR, Car Mob?
What's up, bud?
What's wrong with the car, the GTR?
Nothing. Nothing's wrong with the GTR. It's hibernating for the winter. I got 4 feet of snow in front of the garage door.
that was kind of a forced hibernation, wasn't it?
Well, I live in Michigan. I mean, I don't really have much of a choice in the matter.
What's wrong with Ruby?
Ruby blew her engine up, and they put a new engine in it, and now it has timing issues.
So it's put away for the winter, right?
It's put away for the winter also.
Winter sucks.
Put away for about
Yes.
another
Yes.
You don't know what that's about.
15 hours.
It's been,
I envy you, brother.
it's been 12 years, but I do remember.
Dude, when I got to hang out with you for that week, I was like, God, I could really get used to this.
Come on down.
Hey, I'm
Hey.
7 years away from being eligible for retirement.
All right.
So as soon as I get my 7 years in and I can keep my health care to the day I die, I'm gone. I'm coming down.
Are you going to be on for a while, Mob?
I was going to end it at 9 o'clock because I usually do a 2-hour live stream.
So 15 more minutes?
Yeah, but you know what? I don't have to work tomorrow. I could check in with the wife. Maybe she'll let me stay on for a little bit longer tonight.
Well, I got to
Good.
plug my phone in, and
Okay.
I got to clean up this shit for tonight, and
All
I could probably come on. I can probably come back on for a little bit.
All right, I'll probably take a quick break here in a minute, let the wife sit in for a second, and then I'll use the restroom, then I'll come back.
Partly cloudy. What's going on, man?
Partly Cloudy, what's up, brother? Good to see you.
Timothy Persick, what's going on?
What's up, dude? Good to see you, Timothy.
Yep. So I'm gonna jump out. I'm gonna throw my phone on the charger,
You
and
take care of it.
maybe you guys will still be on for a little bit.
Sounds good, bro.
Okay.
Front back
RV
end.
exclusive. This dude's cool as hell, man. He follows me. He's from India, man. He follows me. He's freaking
Check
always
in
tapping
later.
in, watching the videos, giving me
All right,
full
Pablo.
watch time. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're having a good day in India.
Trunk back, Jim. I have an industrial park not too far from me either. I know what you're talking about. It's nice to have them close.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about doing a badass friggin' burnout video with Ruby when I get her back.
Who, Ruby?
Ruby, yeah, when I get Ruby back, I got her stock set of tires and rims, and I'm thinking about using those for burnout shows.
Do it on the GTR when you launch that kid in the car.
Do what now?
Milan Dragway, nice.
I saw a video of you launching a kid.
Oh yeah, I took some kids for a ride in the GTR. Yes. Yeah, the GTR is picking up an extra like what 200 horsepower here soon, 180.
That
Yeah, that
thing
should be
goes
cool.
quick.
Yeah, we're shooting for 805 all wheel in the GTR, and at this point in time, I just want Ruby to run properly.
Okay.
I mean,
That should be pretty
925
cool.
is not slow by any means. Sublime, what the heck are you doing over there tonight?
I'm chilling on my couch, dude. My back's a little bit fried. That's why I got my camera off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm here.
I
So
haven't
which
just
one's
got
gonna
around
be
the corner
faster?
from me. Hey,
So
Mr. Mach 1, I'll tell you what, buddy. The day I find out that Ruby is ready for pickup and the weather's good, I will definitely reach out to you. And if you are home that day when I pick up Ruby, I will definitely bring the car by and we can do a quick collab video.
What's up, Rattle Trap?
Boosted says I'm slow as hell.
Which car is going to be faster after you get the turbos on? Is the GTR going to be faster than Ruby? Or, I mean, that's going to be a damn close race, quarter mile.
Well, if you're racing
I
on a
want
track,
Ruby to win.
if you're racing on a track, Ruby's going to decimate the GTR. But if you're talking about a street race, the GTR will take Ruby.
I
You
think
gotta remember,
Ruby
Ruby's
will
going to
take
dead
the
hook, or
GTR.
the GTR will pretty much hook up from a dead stop just about where Ruby, I got to get that thing into the high second gear before it starts to hook up.
Hey, Karma, I think Ruby's going to win.
At the drag strip, it would, yes.
What's up, Tim?
I wish I could find a really nice red driver's seat, sports seat. If y'all see one, holler. Nice. He said, yes, sir. Sounds like a plan. Yeah, man. When I find out when Ruby's coming home, I will definitely let you know. And hopefully we can hook up.
What's up, Swaps?
No, the GTR is fast.
Oh,
In
yeah,
the
I would go with that guy's question.
In a street race, like if it was a street race on the street at a light, I'm putting my money on the GTR all day, every day. If it's a roll race, Ruby. If it's a race at the drag strip, Ruby.
Is there a certain point? Is there a certain point that Ruby is irrelevant because the GTR is built up so much?
Not the track, no.
Well, here's the thing. The GTR will never be as built as much as Ruby is.
Okay.
Remember, Ruby is making 1,000 horsepower, but she's meant to make 1,400.
Got it. Okay, so you're going to turn it up some more. Okay.
So, and
because
I never plan on making that kind of power with the GTR because I don't want to take away from what the car was designed for. It's not a drag car.
Right.
So I think that the GTR at 1,000 horse is a really good sweet spot for it. And Ruby will be somewhere around 1,100 because I don't think the 10 or 80 can take much more than that.
No, actually around 1,000 they start clapping out.
Well, I talked
Sometimes
to
less.
what the hell's that speed shop called?
Hey, Karma, what is your real name?
James.
Okay. Christopher, the name.
I see. What the heck was that I bought my parts from? Who did Xander used to be sponsored by? Not Hellhorse, the other company. And Ken.
BMR?
No. Shoot, what's the name of that speed shop called? Not friggin' Anyway, when friggin' I decided to build my transmission, I reached out to Xander and talked to him about it. And he gave me his promo code when I ordered my parts. And I talked to God, what's the name of that speed shop? Name a popular speed shop, Sublime.
Popular one?
Yeah. Not Palm Beach. Performance. Something performance.
Midnight Performance?
Lethal
No.
Performance.
Lethal. That's it. You got it. I
Yeah.
reached out to Lethal Performance and I used Xander's promo code and I ordered all the clutches for the trans to build it. And when I did that, they told me, they said that the 10R80 is good for 1,200 rear wheel horsepower, but their car is also a lot lighter than Ruby. So I figured 1,100 is probably as far as I wanted to push that car.
I just got a text from Ken. He said, give me a few minutes.
Sweet. Yep, same
Oh
here.
boy, gonna have some answers. Hopefully.
Yeah, because I always thought the 6R80 would take a little bit more than a 10R80.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
10 or 80 stock can't take 1,100.
No.
Right.
What's up, Proline?
How do I share my
Yeah,
screen?
because I heard under 1,000. Some people say as low as 800.
Yeah, 7,800 is about where the 10 or 80 tops out at
Yep. I heard
For
800 is about the sweet spot.
for long
Nope.
term.
I think
reliability.
Sabino Guzman's car, if I'm not mistaken, he's running 9+, and I think he's still running on a stock 10R80, but I could be wrong.
He's
Yeah,
on
but he
borrowed time
launches on.
then.
Yep, and he launches in second gear.
Oh, true.
Hey, Karma.
So, Anthony, question for you. Is the 10R80 that's in the EcoBoost, the F-150, and the S550 Mustang V8 Coyote, is it the same transmission or are the internals different?
I don't know the exact answer to that question, but if I had to guess, they're going to be different internals because the F-150 was designed just like the F-150 5.0 and the GT 5.0 are there's minute differences for what they're trying to get out of it. I would definitely bet, you're probably talking about gear ratios being a little bit different, maybe some materials, but I don't know the exact answer.
I'm just curious if the EcoBoost 10R80 is close to the strength of the Coyote one, or if it's a weak point on even EcoBoost.
I don't know, because the EcoBoost, you don't really get them up to where the
Yeah.
5.0s are capable of getting up to as easily. So
Yeah, I don't think it's a problem on the EcoBoost because the EcoBoost doesn't make nowhere near the torque the friggin' Coyotes are making.
So as far as with the EcoBoost, you can literally beat the crap out of the 10R80, and as
Pretty
long
much.
as you let it warm up, it will take it.
Yes.
Okay.
I got a 10R80 in my friggin' EcoBoost F-150, and I got over 100,000 miles on it and never had a problem with it yet.
yeah, Rattletrap Fox, the 80 is 800 as far as like its torque supposable limit, and then the 10R 140 that's in the Super Duties 1400, so on. You have 10R 60 that's in the new Explorer.
But it's kind of a misnomer because if you go back to like the 4R70W and the 4R75W, they don't handle 700 foot-pounds because like the 4R70s, they could clap out at 450, 500 depending on the year, especially pre-98.
Yeah, it's kind of a mysterious science.
Weird science.
That's just what they claim
Right.
it's good for.
How's Katie doing?
Oh, she's doing good. She's doing good.
How
right now?
How are you liking a new gig, Anthony? You've been there for a little bit now.
You know what? I have no complaints. I mean, coming from the stress-filled automotive industry to what I'm doing now, I mean, just so much more relaxed. I mean, so much more opportunity and just a refreshed outlook on just life almost. It's
nice.
I mean, I just found out that so I've never had a job where when I leave for drill, I go on military duty. Yes, the government pays me whatever, but I found out from Crown the first 80 hours a year that I'm gone, they'll pay me, 80 hours, on top of what I'm already getting paid from the military. So that's nice. I've never had, got to experience that. I mean, and especially now, I mean, I'm used to putting 1,500 to 2,000 miles on my Fusion a month alone. And in the last 2 months, I've barely cracked 1,000. So, I mean, it just all around, I mean, getting paid, regular pay, every 2 weeks on the money, consistent.
Fastest
It's not as
ever ride.
it's more challenging and less challenging in some ways than working on cars, because just the way like their electrical terminology for a forklift is very different than a car. So that's my biggest learning curve right now, is just how you have, they're more set up like I didn't get too much experience working on hybrid cars. I never went to those classes, but they're more set up. If I had gone to a full electric class, I imagine this is what it would be more like, because 90% of what I'm working on is all electric forklifts. So
Hey, I'm back.
Right on, dude.
yeah, it's just completely different.
My
So
bad.
no more burnout then, because you were getting pretty stressed for a while there. You were on the edge of burnout or in it.
Oh yeah, it was stressful. I think a lot of it was those two shops that it was just two poor experiences back to back.
Yep.
One kind of brought on the other, but yeah, still doing, work here and there. People.
Look at this,
coming
babe.
in the house.
Look at this car, Mom. I bought this today.
Nice, dude. Gotta stay hydrated.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, I'm gonna step out for just a quick minute. You guys, I'm using the restroom. I'm gonna see if I can get the wife to fill in for me in case Ken pops in. I don't want to miss him.
All right.
Who's been working on cars besides me? I don't work on cars. I work on lawnmowers and stuff.
Well, that's still a skill set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jim, you're right. Those Circle D converters are quite nice.
What's up, Shannon Scott? How's it going, bud? Oh,
Have any of you worked on cars before?
Yes. Yep.
I used to. I just work on my stuff now, but I used to long time ago. Too long
Hi,
ago.
Karma's wife. How are you?
Good, are you guys?
We're good.
Hey, Anthony, how are you?
Up. I'm in Atlanta for training again.
Again?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yay, fun. I'm in Michigan where it's cold. And my kid's sick for 2 days. Yay.
Yay.
Oh, shoot.
how was Brenner?
How was what?
Brenner,
Brenner.
like breakfast, dinner,
Oh! Whoosh.
right over.
Yeah. It was so good I can't think straight. The boss has arrived. That's right, Mr. Mach 1. Y'all know who's the real
You
boss.
talk like my Uncle Mark.
Sup, T?
Come on, like simmer down, Nicole, simmer down.
You're right. T's in here? Oh yeah, there he is. Huh. Hey T, hey Boosted.
Yeah, T, that slow sucker on that BMX bike. He's a
My phone's on the charger.
How you doing, Busted?
How much can this?
it's a stock 6R80.
Hey
8?
Boosted.
Good, how are you?
Maybe
Probably have a good
800,
answer.
900. Some people have brought them up to 1,000. They can handle a little bit more than the 10R80s.
I would think you're probably riding on borrowed time at 1,000.
Probably, but it's been done.
Yeah.
It is stronger.
I just working at the dealership. I never saw the volume of 6R80s come in like the 10R80 did.
I just want my car back.
It just didn't matter if it was and honestly, it was mostly.
Wait,
so
is Ruby your car?
I get that.
Yeah.
But it was mostly in the F-150s though. It just seemed like the 10R80 just.
I just want it back. I want to be able to drive it. I want to be able to enjoy it.
Yes, and it pisses us off. Not as much as you're pissed off, but it pisses us off that you don't have it.
Right, and it sucks, Mike, because I told Livernoy, I said, I gotta say, I said it's really nice making car payments on a car that's not even on my property. I said, and you guys have had since May. I said, what are you guys gonna do about that? They're, oh, well, we'll talk to Dan. We'll talk to, yeah, okay. That was just blowing smoke up my rear.
You guys live in Michigan, Indiana?
No, in Michigan.
See, that would be BMWs in Florida, buddy.
Chicago, right?
So eat on it.
When the last time you ran something? T. Yeah, that would have been Florida. That would have been a few months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sublime's actually probably like 40 minutes from me. He's just north of me.
Okay.
Wait, do you live in Chicago or like Michigan?
Us?
You know where I live? I live in Illinois.
Yeah.
Whereabouts, Christopher? Where do you live? What part?
I live not in the city, but I live down the street from the train tracks where I go to my grandpa's house.
What town is it in?
What's that?
What town is it in?
Indiana.
Oh, so you're close to Indiana border is what you're saying.
Boosted, you're right. It is pathetic.
I'll give you weak tea, Hesla. Get your ass. That's what I'm
Very
going to
true, Proline
I
News.
told the chat, I said, I told Livernois that I love making car payments on a car that's not even on our property.
Right.
And Boosted said, that's my shaking my head. That's so damn pathetic to Livernois.
Yep.
It's awful, in my opinion.
Yep.
Welcome back, Car Mob.
Hey.
I
All right, Mrs. Mob, you ready to give up your throne?
suppose.
Or you want to hang up?
Are you laughing at me for Blue Gauge, or are you laughing at him?
At him.
Okay, good.
Good answer.
Very
So
good.
I was going to say, Ford Blue, you just say, I don't know. I was just laughing. It just came out. I don't know why. I'm sorry.
So,
Hold
the
your hands
wife
up
and
and
so the wife and I both want to quit smoking cigarettes, and
do
I
it.
smoked the last one out of the pack a little bit ago, and she says we're ready to fight.
Oh, snap.
We are.
I was going to say,
preparing
hide
for-
the knives and sharp objects and, scissors and you name it.
No sharp objects, no heavy objects allowed.
Okay.
Yes, Victor, you're absolutely right. They are supposed to be Ford experts, but with this car, this is something that they've never done before, and clearly we can kind of tell that, but it's getting old. I want the car back. I mean, they've had it since May. We were told at the beginning that, we won't have it for very long. We won't,
Well, they
a few
lied,
weeks.
He said,
Oh, Mike, that's a low blow.
It is now March. March tomorrow. So, what is that? 10 months? Yeah, 10 months. Now we're going on.
Mike says, Miss Car Mob, do you remember how Ruby looks like?
Yeah, right behind me. Right behind me. Thank God I have a picture of her. Or else I probably wouldn't know what she looks like.
Oh, we got a Russian airstrike.
Russian airstrike, troll, obliterate them.
Ah,
Car Mob took care of them.
okay.
yeah, I don't have a wrench, so I can't do nothing about it.
What?
Right, Boosted, and we're millionaires.
During the live stream, that's why you can't.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do, Boosted, that I did tell them that. I told them how much my payment was a month. So I figure at this point, they're going to owe me money by the time this is all done and over with.
Hold on a second. Vincent has a Lambo now?
No.
He just says, laugh my ass off, I have a Lambo.
No, he's being
really?
sarcastic.
Being sarcastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
See how he said Ford experts, question mark,
Whoops.
LMAO, I have a Lambo.
But he said, yeah.
Sorry, Victor.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry, Victor. That was an accident.
Oh, God.
Shoot.
What did you do?
I deleted Victor Xavier's comment.
Oh, my God. See, he can't even run comments on his own live stream, you guys. First he
Snap,
boots
Brad.
himself out.
Hold on.
Now he's taking off people's comments.
Boosted says he's got a 2019 Aventador.
He's messing with you.
He's totally
He's got a
messing
model
with you. He's
or
got
a
a model
Matchbox.
or matchbox.
RC car.
Yeah, right. Yeah, probably cruising. They better not be cruising it around because the tabs on it are expired. So I
My
got the
friend,
tab. I got the tabs for, or I got the renewal for it in December, and I'm like, what's the point of renewing the tabs? I don't have the car.
my
So
friend has a
When are
2012.
emissions due?
we don't have emissions up in Michigan.
Good for you.
Miss Carba, my friend has a 2012 Jeep that runs good. The muffler is loud, and it runs kind of low when when he starts it.
It's sitting in my Do I need boosted? Anyone timeout, Victor? Yes, Downhill Daddy. I believe Karma accidentally did.
I did.
Yes.
I'm a doofus.
So when
No.
when the host times somebody out, is the host able to untime them?
No,
I think
Apparently
so.
not.
I don't know. Can you?
And if somebody else, let's say for example that David timed out somebody, is the host able to untime them?
Right.
I don't
T,
know.
you are right on that. Boosted, you're absolutely right on that. The
Once
money.
you put a timeout, you're there.
Put user in timeout.
Okay, so once they're timeout, it's timeout until the 300 seconds is up or whatever.
Yeah, and then they can come back on. Yeah.
Now, if a moderator with a wrench blocks somebody, can the host unblock them?
I don't believe so.
Let's test it out right now. You're going to be the sacrificial lamb.
Victor, you're the guinea pig. Sorry, bud.
And if you get blocked, like let's say, since I've typed in the chat, let's say one of them block me. Does that take me out of the panel or?
Let's find out.
No, I'm just learning because I'm still learning on this.
I'd like to learn as well.
You know, when we have
Tell Ford Blue Gauge to type again.
okay.
What's up, Ford Tech?
What's up, Ford Tech?
He's out. His camera's frozen.
Camera's frozen doesn't mean he's out.
You just booted him.
Okay. What? What? Why would you say that?
Think he's frozen.
I hope he didn't.
What are the odds, dude? What are the odds?
What?
Oh, just being
there you are.
off panel.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
No, so and Sublime does it too. So when we go to check messages, since we're on Samsungs, we have the little 3 bars at the bottom. We can touch it
I have
and go
iPhone.
over to another tab. And
Right.
since we have another tab, we can go Google, we can go, and we can still hear you, but we'll freeze.
I can do that too.
Yeah, so we'll freeze if we're gone too long, but we don't get kicked off. But we can still hear you, and you guys we can still talk to you too. And I've counted 15 seconds that you guys can still hear me, but after 15 seconds, it seems like you can't hear me no more.
Okay.
Ford Blue Gauge, you have been knighted.
I see that. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
I can hear you, guy.
Did Ken?
What's up, Ford Tech?
Who showed up?
Dang. Well, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people on the panel right now.
I know. I got room for one more.
Oh, okay.
Is there 6 of us on the panel?
There's 6 of us.
There's 6, including me.
Oh.
Well, is
Well,
that
if
Ken
he
guy
shows
coming
up
on?
at the bottom, you'll know.
Yeah, true.
Then I'll have to ask someone to leave.
Yeah.
When that
If
happens.
Ken shows up, I'll boogie. I gotta go get food, but until
Yeah,
then,
I could drop as well.
Sometime, I swear to God, for Christmas this year, I am going to get you a subscription, and I'm going to start you off at the low level of Radish Kids so you can learn how to cook.
radish? Why would I want radish?
Oh my God. No, it's called Radish Kids. It's a cooking school for kids.
Oh God! You can keep
There's a
that. Thank you,
bologna
though.
sandwich.
Now, Sublime, didn't you said you do know how to cook some stuff, right?
Very minimal.
Scrambled
Some
eggs.
reheated leftovers.
Yeah,
Scrambled
scrambled eggs. I can make scrambled eggs. I can make
frozen pizza.
frozen pizza,
Cereal.
SpaghettiOs.
SpaghettiOs.
SpaghettiOs, raviolis.
My
Taco.
wife's in the bedroom laughing.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or is that
Peanut butter and jelly. Yes, we're good with that.
Oh, that's
I make a
three
killer
steps.
ham sandwich.
See, the key, Sublime, is you need to be able to make a good breakfast. As long as you could do that, you're good to go.
Hey, my
Cereal.
wife said you would starve without fast food or your wife.
I can make cereal. I can make a wicked bowl of cereal.
Can you make bacon?
Okay,
Yeah, I can make bacon if I had
do
to.
cereal first.
Oh my god.
Microwave
I
doesn't
can cook
count for
everything.
bacon.
Hey, it'll
Right?
cook.
Apparently, the wife's having fun. I'll go back.
Hey, Miss Karma.
I make bacon in my oven. So I
Green
don't
spinach burritos?
Ooh,
No,
that'd be nice and
nothing but
crispy.
spinach.
Hey, Miss Karma. Can you make tacos and ham?
Oh yeah, I can make anything.
Hold on. Did you say tacos and ham?
Yes.
Like together?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
No, I haven't either. Like ham
I'm
taco?
thinking baked bacon sounds really, really good.
It's amazing.
Is it like crispy or is it
It's crispy.
okay?
Yes. Put it at 400 for like 20-25 minutes, and then it comes out amazing.
Now,
Yep.
so what are you putting it on? Are you getting some nice?
I put it on a cookie sheet, and I line my cookie sheet with tin foil, and then I preheat the oven to 400, cook it for 20 to 25 minutes, and then I drain the grease off of it, and then I line a plate with paper towels, and then I put the bacon on there so it can drain the excess grease.
Toolbox. Oh, that's
See,
spinach.
I'm thinking that
Sorry,
on
David.
top of some nice fresh Dunkin' Donuts sounds really, really good.
Oh God.
Okay, so my question is, do you always like your bacon crispy or do you like it chewy sometimes? Like, I like my bacon chewy with my breakfast food, but with my dinner food, I like it crunchy.
No, I'm a crunchy one.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And my call, yeah, I can make boiled water right before I put your head in it.
Say what?
Oh, wait a minute. Sublime, can you make boiled eggs?
Yes, and I can also make mac and cheese too.
Oh my God, we're moving up on the level, you guys.
We are.
Actually, you can boil water and make macaroni and cheese.
I can make mac and cheese.
Oh my God, we might have to go to. Let's see, what cookbook should I send him?
Six.
Hold on. Let me go in the pantry and I can tell you what I can make.
Can you make ramen noodles?
Yes,
Where is it?
Oh,
but I do it the jailhouse way.
Let's see, I can cook lasagna, chicken parmesan, steak. I can cook a mean ass steak.
Chicken.
Spaghetti, tacos, meatloaf, hamburgers. I mean, I can cook pretty much anything. Now there's a few things that I haven't learned how to cook, and like I don't know how to make my own noodles, and like making your own noodles and then making making your own homemade raviolis. That is.
Well, you have to have it. I have the mold for the raviolis.
Oh.
For the noodles, I have the spaghetti cutter, and I got the pasta roller.
Okay.
Sheets. So I mean, I have done homemade noodles by hand.
That's how my wife does it. She actually rolls them out on the counter with the flour and the roller, and then cuts them. She cuts them with the pizza cutter.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yep.
I make a great hard-boiled white call.
I can't get, if I do them by hand, I can't get each noodle the same width.
But having them the same width, doesn't that make it more story? And having them where they're all different sizes makes it more homemade, right?
Yes and no, because if you have a thicker noodle than the others, the thicker noodle is going to take longer to cook than the thinner noodles.
Right.
So,
I can make these.
Oh, for the love of God!
I thought he was going to pull out like Jello pudding or something. Instant pudding. Just
I
add
can make a
milk.
killer hot chocolate.
Hey, Sublime, did your cookies get there?
Yes, I did. I got them. Thank you.
Awesome. Good.
We're already
So-
down to 2 boxes of Thin Mints.
Good Lord.
So our
Fast.
oldest daughter, when she was younger, she tried to cook top ramen and burnt that shit black.
How the hell did you
Like there was
ramen?
no water left in it.
No,
It
you can't.
evaporated all the water. She's like, I don't understand.
You're not going to unsmell that.
Yeah.
But she is a great cook now.
Now Carmob claims he can make lasagna. We've been married for 15 years. I have yet to taste his lasagna. So,
Heat 'em up because I didn't even heat any up. I'm just gonna stick it in the microwave.
Okay.
Best
Blueberry
lasagna
muffins.
is
No way.
I've got to say the best lasagna is my mom's that was handed down from her mom, and it's all in handwritten notes, which is all wore away, and she pretty much just hasn't memorized. So she's 74, and she's going to write it down for all of us so we can have the recipe. But she'll make trays of it a couple times a year and just kind of hand the trays out to family members.
yum. Yeah, I've tried making lasagna. It's not my best. I mean, I don't have that down yet. But
So
I know.
Oh, sorry.
The best is reheated. When it's reheated the second and third day, that's the best because it just all the flavor just sinks in.
Yes. Yes. I mean, I legit have close to 40 cookbooks in my
Right on.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm trying to make new things and because I was like, I'm getting sick and tired of the same stuff all the time. So I'm like, let's go through our recipes. What sounds good?
So I've got a question for everybody. Who's hungry?
I haven't eaten dinner yet, man. I'm starving.
I
Oh,
just got back from dinner.
dude, it's freaking 8:15, Sublime. What the
Yeah.
hell?
Well, your live stream started at 6 o'clock, which is my dinner time, so it's your fault. Thank you.
Well,
So-
every
Camera plenty
Monday,
of
what
times
time we
before.
start, you should plan ahead. I don't know what to tell you.
I was at the grocery store before your live started, so I was grocery shopping.
Okay, why don't you get a frozen meal from there? You just pop it in the microwave. You can do that.
I got a TV or a frozen pizza that I can make, but I want Portillo's or something, so I'm going there probably.
Oh.
Yes, go to Portillo's. I need the stock to rise. Go to Portillo's. Absolutely. Get the chocolate cake. Get all of it. I've got about 1,500 shares in Portillo's, so please eat that.
Woody, we actually bought stuff to make beef stew tonight at the grocery store, so I'll be having that in the next couple days.
Wait, did you say beef stew?
Yeah, that Kim will be making, not me.
You realize beef stew has vegetables in it, right?
Not my beef stew. Well, it does, yeah, but I only eat the meat and potatoes. You know me. Meat and potatoes. Let those carrots go off to the side.
Really?
Sorry. Yeah.
This beef stew does not have
I
vegetables.
hope you made it this morning.
You don't even want to know my idiosyncrasy screwed up thing of eating.
But give him a
Will
huge
eat egg
bowl
rolls?
of Caesar salad and he'll devour it.
Yeah.
Go
So I
figure.
get the impression that Sublime's the guy that doesn't want his food touching each other either.
Nope. Hell no.
Really?
But
Hell
he'll eat
no.
an egg roll.
You did what?
Wow. But he'll eat it. Oh, well, do you have Miss?
Yeah, we're also talking to the guy who gave the Portillo's bread to his dog.
Oh.
No, gave? You mean they stole? Come on now.
No, you gave it to him. That was
He
all.
stole it off the table while I went to the
He
garage.
walked away. It was fair game.
Oh my God.
As
Yeah,
long
I
as
am
it ain't
blaming
the
it on the
chocolate
dog.
cake.
So most of my cooking experience is old school cooking. Like
Sure you won't.
if I do fried chicken, I'm gonna put it in a big pot of grease. I'm gonna do it.
We gotta lay off our fried foods because Bob and myself have high triglycerides.
Baby got
Right.
Well, I've got a fix for that, Miss Carmob. I've got experience with this. The last 5 months being on a liquid diet, all your numbers just go right in line.
A liquid diet. It's
Yeah.
well.
No, downhill daddy. I like to do the bit thing.
Wait,
It's not on purpose, Miss Carmob. By no means, it's health wise, but your numbers will be perfect. My my blood sugar is at 85 to 88
My blood
resting
sugar
now.
was great.
I was like
mean, the only-
104.
Yeah, my only thing that was bad was my triglycerides.
What's your total?
Oh God, I don't remember. It was borderline high.
So like 225 or so?
No, it was lower than that for a woman.
don't even know
I think
my
it was
numbers.
like 195,
Oh,
189.
that's fine. It's good. You got 5+ points leeway. You're good.
Yeah. Yeah. I like my butter. I can't help it. That damn Polish cooking.
Butter's good.
Everything is cooked in butter. So I'm trying to kind of lessen the butter, more olive oil. What are you doing over there, child?
Hey, Sassy.
Hey.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, Sassy has not been feeling the greatest the last 2 days.
Oh, despise this.
Yeah.
Who we lose?
Uh-oh. We lost Ford Blue
Chris?
Gate.
So 4 blue.
What?
Uh-huh.
Sublime
Hold
is
us the
like
blind.
the monk. Downhill Daddy beef stew. Yeah, but all he'll do, Downhill Daddy, is he'll pick around the vegetables like a kid.
Oh yeah, big time.
He'll just eat the meat and the potatoes.
Yep.
I fed the man enough at my house to know.
Oh yeah.
What was it that I made? Oh, I made pot roast last time they came to town. And he's like, well, I'm not big on pot roast. And he tried it. He's like, oh, well, this is actually really good.
How can you not like pot roast?
It's my least favorite meat meal. Yes.
My least favorite is Spam. That stuff is evil.
I don't
So when I was a
Spam
kid,
will- time
so-
out. Spam is
so-
not meat.
so
Spam
check,
is
so
not
check this
meat.
out. Funny story, and swear to God, this is the honest truth. So we had a 79 Grand Prix when I was growing up, and my brother and I, my mom would give us Spam sandwiches when we're going on like a trip. So my brother and I really didn't eat it. He kind of ate it. I would take mine and stuff it behind the seat. I mean, I'm a kid. So stuff it behind the seat, and that car just had a horrid funk. And I will not touch Spam. Everybody says it's how you cook it. I will never touch Spam. It smells horrible. I just, no.
I tried it recently. I mean, it was okay, but I was like, yeah, no. I thought maybe over the years it might have got a little bit better. No, hasn't got any better.
No.
Yeah, Barbecue Mike, I think she's got the same stomach bug that I had. Hers isn't as bad as mine was. Whatever it is, it's definitely going around. It's definitely going around. She's got a really bad headache. She gets dizzy. Stomach hurts. Sucks.
That's not good.
No.
Ford Blue said he kicked himself out and no link.
I know. Karma, put the link back up if you can. I don't know how to do it.
I think I do.
Hawaiian spam. Down.
Mama,
What?
I think I know how to play this.
No, don't try. No, I don't want you kicking us out. Your dad will have it.
Settings.
I think I found it. Let me see if I can paste it.
Oh,
Hit
Mike's
invite.
Josh is gonna see if he can paste it.
No, I know how to do hit invite.
Copy.
Right now,
Oh,
like,
copy to keyboard.
yeah.
Okay, get out of there.
And then
Let's
go
see.
there. And then hit
Paste.
paste.
There we
And then
go.
hit chat.
Got it. Okay, I think that's it.
You would think, David, but no.
You would think Sublime would love. Right, Downhill Daddy? No. Oh, we lost Mike's garage. What the heck?
Uh-oh, I'm next.
Uncle Aaron.
Oh, there's Ford Blue Gauge. Okay.
AB is next on the choppy block.
I'm back.
I don't. We lost like you. We lost Mike's garage. I mean, pigs in a blanket. Oh yeah, pigs in a blanket's very good. I haven't made stuffed cabbage in a long time.
I like Burox too.
What?
Burox?
Beer rock?
What's the best way to explain Burox? It's I believe it's from Germany. Did you hear her?
No.
Okay, the easiest way to explain it is make biscuit dough
Okay.
and cook some hamburger and some cabbage and some onions, and some people like carrots in it. and then you shove it inside of it with a little bit of seasoning, and then you close it up, and then you can cook them in the oven. I've seen people drop them in boiling water too, and boil them. But they're pretty good size. They're like the size they'll fit in the palm of your hand each.
Oh, it's almost like a rice ball with biscuits.
Kinda, and that was just the easiest way to explain it. It's the white kind of a bread bowl with that basically. But
Pie all day. What is sheet pie all
All
day?
right, guys, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go figure out food.
Are we making you hungry?
oh, shepherd's pie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he
What
said
powder?
something about spam earlier. So
Nicole Kim said to send her that powder, and I pay for it. What powder?
I know what she's talking. Did she use her last container?
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Okay, tell her I'll find out how much it is tomorrow, and I'll let you know.
All right,
Because I don't remember how much it is.
all right. I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta go get some food.
All right, have fun.
All right, man.
All right.
All right.
See you later.
Thanks, guys.
Later.
All right, we were talking about spam.
Yeah, a little bit ago, you guys were talking about spam. My personal experience with spam is it has to be fried, and it has to be fried in an old school iron skillet. It can't be a brand new one. It needs to be an older one that has years of use on it.
Yeah, that's
And then I like it on wheat, the fresh, super soft wheat bread with Miracle Whip and a tomato.
Oh,
And then,
I had a Polish grandmother, Rich GT350, and I'm 100% Polish.
oh, right on.
I make my own. We make our own pierogies. I can make gołąbkis. I make my own noodles. Yeah. So there's a lot of
So you guys call those cabbage rolls instead of bieroks?
no, the cabbage rolls are actually just cabbage rolls. It's cabbage leaf, and then you take meat and brown up meat, onion, cook some rice, and then you put it into a cabbage leaf, and then roll it up, and then put it in a roaster with tomato sauce, and then cook it, depending on how many you have, for a couple of hours.
My wife's shaking her head like she knows what you're.
I have never made it.
Oh, she said she's seen it, but she's never made it.
They're time consuming. They're a pain in the butt.
Are they? So the wife's got cookbooks, and then she's got index cards. She's got some for healthy food, and then she's got some for junk food.
Well, this is just what I've started doing. I used to belong to, it's called Grandma's Kitchen. This is just the side dishes alone, and I take the recipe cards and I laminate them. This way, when I pull them out, I don't get food all over them, and they don't get nasty.
Oh, right on, and you can wipe them off.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Wife is yes, I am a thoroughbred Polish girl.
I'm gonna get going. I gotta get up for training at 6 a.m.
Woohoo! Tell Katie we said hi.
Oh, she's back in Florida. I'm up in Atlanta.
Later, driver mod.
I know, but when you see her, tell her I said hi.
Okay, yeah, okay, I will. Yeah, she's dyeing her hair right now, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pink and purple.
And will you guys be live next Monday?
Yeah. Well, wait, Karmob, can you answer that? Because I don't know your schedule. I want to say yes. I think.
I'll wait for that answer.
I'm trying
to. Next Monday is my birthday, so I might do a live stream. So.
Oh, okay.
Well, happy birthday for later.
Yeah,
in case
happy
you don't
early
see
birthday.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye, Cook.
He said no. Sweet. I'm
Okay.
calling it. I'm going live on Monday.
Okay. Cool.
All right, later, guys.
All right. Have fun training.
I'll just kill what you got there. So, Miss Karmob, you don't have one of those laminated schedules of his in your purse? That way you can say, you're off that day. We're doing this.
No, I don't. No, it's it's on my calendar in my kitchen, and I'll look there. Like, she's got a Girl Scout thing that she's got to do in March, and I'm like, okay, your 7 days off falls here. He wanted to do something, and I'm like, well, it can't go on the weekend. She's got Girl Scout thing for honor guard. That's a no go. She has to do that. So I mean, he usually will ask me, hey, do we have anything planned, or hey, do we have anything going on this day or this day? And then I'll look, and he'll like, hey, can I work overtime this day? And yeah, sure, I don't have anything planned.
Right.
So she lies. What do I lie about? I do no such thing. How dare thee?
No, I mean, as in, like, you can pre-plan for his days off. Like, we're doing this on this day, and I know you're
Sometimes I
off
do.
work.
Sometimes I do.
He's gonna be mad at me for giving you ideas if you didn't already have it.
Okay, so yes, maybe every once in a while I'll go, okay, on your 7 days off, I would like to do this, this, and this. It doesn't always happen though. I mean,
Right.
No. I mean, it's not, nothing is like set in stone unless it's a doctor's appointment, or some kind of meeting, or she's got something with her school, or like this past Tuesday I said, okay, whatever you do, don't take a night shift. This past Tuesday, Sassy had a choir concert. I said that's her second choir concert. Things are always subject to change. Yes, they are subject to change. You're absolutely right, Karma, but you usually run things past me and I'll tell you yay or nay. I mean, yeah, it's just.
That's cool. How much OT does Carmob do?
It depends on how low he is on the overtime schedule. Whoever has the highest amount of overtime, they usually push to the bottom, and then the people with the less overtime, they'll go to the top. So it varies. I mean, he was getting a lot, and now it's not as much, but.
Yeah, I know one place that I work with, it was based off of seniority, and then you'd have the new guys that came in, and they were complaining that they weren't getting it. So then we're trying to, get them in trouble so they couldn't take the overtime from us, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
But it sounds like it's a fair system, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah, I mean, he gets his fair share. I mean, and it's not like he takes every single time overtime that's scheduled for him.
Oh, they just called him into work tomorrow.
Are you serious?
After somebody else was going to work for him, and he stayed up late, he just got called into work.
Who the heck called in? Okay, so the person whoever called in.
Oh, he said no.
I said no. Yeah, I kind of figured he would. Yeah, because he knows I got a doctor's appointment in the morning. So, and Sassy's gonna be home. So.
Was tomorrow your normal day off, Carmob?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And somebody wanted him to work. He said he would work, and then the guy's like, "Well, I'll let you know, if I need you to work or not." And the guy's like, "Well, I don't really need you to work. Do you still want to come in?" And he's like, "No." So somebody else called in and decided last minute. The ones that drive him crazy is the ones that call in at like 2:00 in the morning or midnight when the shift starts at like 6 in the morning. I mean, if you're getting up at 4 in the morning and somebody calls in at midnight, more than likely people are already asleep. So it's really hard to get coverage for the next morning.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah, it is. But it's not
Release shift called off at 9:30 at night. Tom texted me, "Hey, you want to work release shift tomorrow?" After I just told Joe, no. After I just told Joe, you can go ahead and work your shift if you want it. I won't work first and year.
Right.
So I'm going to give up being the boss to be the release shift operator?
No.
You're crazy. That ain't happening.
No.
So when Joe called me and said, "Hey, if you still want to work tomorrow, you can, but I'll work it if you want," Well, you know me, I didn't want to work anyway, but I was going to do it for a favor.
Yeah.
No, you can work, dude. Go for it. It's all yours.
So
He
who
said,
was
cool,
the-
no problem. And
who
then
was
Tom
the-
texted me at 9:30 at night, hey, Dennis just took off relief shift. You want to work relief tomorrow?
God.
I'm like, hell no. They're putting a damn turban on tomorrow. I don't want to have any part of that.
God. No.
Well, I'm going to be out there huffing, turning valves. Not this friggin' guy.
Oh God, no. See, that's the stuff that drives me crazy. 9:30 at night, you're calling in and going, hey, by the way.
If I was going to work tomorrow, I'd already be showered and ready for bed instead
Yeah.
of hanging out with you guys.
Right.
No offense, but, I'd have a different plan of attack. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yes, downhill daddy, it is messed up. But you know what? It happens
More
more
times than I'd like to admit.
Yes, it does. Yes. Or he'll work 7 days in a row for he'll have overtime schedule. He'll work those 7 days in a row. And then they'll go, oh yeah, by the way, you're on the overtime schedule for the next 3. And he's like, oh hell no, I'm not. It's like, I've just lived at work for 7 days for 12 hours straight. And now you want me to come in?
It's not fair.
7 days for 12 hours for him. By the time he's done with that 7 days, he's done. He's tired. He's exhausted. He comes home. He's cranky. It's like,
Tell him how great of a husband I am after working 7 days a day shift.
oh, he's an asshole. I'm not gonna lie. It's cranky, man.
He don't like day shift.
Day shift really wears them thin. Because the managers are wanting these guys to jump through hoops.
Oh.
Then they'll go, oh, well, we're going to call a meeting about a meeting about a meeting. And then they'll get them in this meeting and they're talking about something. Well, we're going to have another meeting about that. We're all here right now. Just discuss it right here, right now. And
That's not corporate America.
or you got the boss sitting at home.
My whole week is meetings.
I couldn't do it. Or you got the boss sitting at home, giving orders off of his laptop when he has no idea what's going on at the university. And it's like, you don't know what these guys go through. I mean, when crap hits the fan, man, he's hustling. When they lose the plant, he's hustling. He's like, okay, you got to do this. You got to do that. Okay, you do this. Okay, now don't do this until this number comes down.
I tell managers what to do when the poop hits the chute.
Yeah, he tells the managers. So, I mean, it's when they lose the plant, all hell breaks loose, man. He knows what to do. But sometimes it's hours before they can get that plant back up.
And everyone's staring at me.
Yeah. And because he's the first engineer, everyone's looking at him for answers and going, what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? Hey, Slaywick, what are we supposed to do? And when you have 4, 5, 6 different people always looking at you going, oh my God, what are we supposed to do? Your brain, to a point, overloads and goes, whoa, wait a minute. And he'll go, okay, hold on. You need to stop and you need to stop and let me just think for 5 minutes. And then once he has all the commotion gone, he can go, okay, this is what I need you to do. And he fires it off and the supervisor will look at him and go, we can't believe how well you handled that. We can't believe that, you brought it back so fast.
What I do.
That's what he's trained to do. This is what he did in the Navy. Why wouldn't he know how to do it? I mean,
and he's been there 25 years, right?
No,
17 in December.
Okay. Okay, so 17. What 17 this past?
But I've been in this field for 20 years, though, including my Navy experience.
That may be what I remembered then.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a lot of and a lot of the managers don't really know what goes on behind the scenes. So they'll go, well, why don't you do this, this, and this? And then he'll go, well, that just doesn't make sense because, if you do that, then this could happen. And the managers go, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's why he's the first engineer.
Because most of them don't know. So I'm a associate director where I'm at in cybersecurity for a financial firm, and I went up through engineering. So I did Windows Server, I did Linux Server, I did network, and I did network security, application security, all of this stuff. So when I got up into management, I understood the orders that I was giving. Hey, I need you to do this, that, and the other. But a lot of the times it's a manager that has very little experience or was experienced in one area, transferred to a different department to be a manager there, and they really don't have a clue what's going on. So they know their little tidbits, their little the jargon, these buzzwords, but they have no clue what it means, and they're trying to not sound stupid,
Right.
but they really are sounding stupid.
Yeah. Well, the managers couldn't come in and run the power plant. I mean, if these guys walked off, if the first engineer, and the board operators all walked off and said, you know what? No, we're not doing it. Let the managers, those managers would not have a clue on what the hell to do.
No.
I mean, they would be just, they'd be like, oh my God, we don't, and they'd be begging. They'd be begging the guys to come back because
it'd be the apocalypse.
Yeah. I mean, he literally works in a ticking time bomb. I mean, if you really want to, narrow it down.
A ticking time bomb. It's a freaking controlled.
There you go.
Terminology.
Yeah.
Because it's not on the verge of exploding all the time.
No.
But
true.
if you don't know what you're doing, you can blow the place up.
Yes. I mean,
think about it, you're putting fuel and air with a fire in a box. I mean, what could go wrong?
Nothing unless you put it in there wrong.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's a you roll the dice every day he goes in. I mean, every day he gets on the freeway, he rolls the dice. I mean, I worry about him leaving at 5 o'clock in the morning because that's the time he leaves to go on day shift, and he's usually there about 5:45, and then if he's had a really tiring and, busy day, I worry about him driving home. It's anywhere between a half an hour and 45 minutes to get home. In the winter, it could be more. And then, when the rain and stuff and you got stupid drivers, it could be more,
Right.
Well, that's the problem with the shift because he goes day shift, night shift, day shift, night shift. And that's what they do with security guards and a lot of other folks in which that you never get your clock right.
No.
It's always off. I did 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Shifts when I was doing mainframes. And with that, you're up, but that was your regular shift. You weren't going back and forth between days and nights. I mean, that's
hard.
That sucks.
It's hard on the body.
Yeah.
So when he has a day off, I just let him sleep. I'm like,
crash day.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, and usually if it's, if he's worked 4 days and he's got a day off and he's got to, go 3 days, his first day off, he don't do nothing. He veggies.
Yep.
And then, the other days I'm like, hey, can you help me do this? Or, hey, can you help me do that?
I cleaned the cat box today.
Woohoo! He informed me he cleaned the cat box today. Yay.
So, hey,
and you did help make partial dinner. So
and I did help make the beds.
That was yesterday. Yeah.
I've been helpful. That was just my first day off.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's just because Sassy fell ill. So
today I helped you unload the truck for groceries.
Yeah. True. So I mean, I did 14 days and
That's crazy downhill.
Yeah, 1 hit and go 14 nights, 7 off. Yeah, he goes what? 3
Karma, you need a helicopter. I know, right?
Yeah.
So Carmob, since you go night shift, day shift, night shift, day shift, which is your preferred?
Nights.
And nights is less going on.
No, I mean like
less managers as well.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys know what I'm doing on night shift most of the time. Come on now.
So Carmob, tell me Tell me if you've ever done this. You were so tired driving home that you pulled off to the side in a parking lot and went to sleep. I've done that.
No, but I have driven home in the middle of winter with the windows down, the radio cranked, and me singing as loud as I can going down the freeway. So I look like
To
an
stay
absolute
awake.
Yep.
high on something really, really wild going down the road.
Yeah,
So
if you put that heater on, you're dead. That's
over.
it.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, we moved. I used to drive 70 miles one way to work. Now I only drive 35.
Half distance, thank God.
And when I used to drive 70 miles one way, I'd be coming home in the wintertime, dude, and I could not let the car get warm, interior-wise. So I'd be driving with the windows open, radio cranked. I'd be singing, slapping my knee with the beat, and people be looking at me like, that motherfucker is nuts. What is wrong with him? He should be frostbitten by now. And it was the only way I could get home without killing myself.
Yeah.
I noticed if you're driving and you keep your head straight and you're super tired, you get so tunnel vision. So I would have to keep telling myself to look to the left and look to the right, just to kind of keep. Yeah.
There he is.
So
There's
Ken,
room on the panel for him.
Oh,
Yep.
there's room.
But I think everybody who had questions about Ruby has left.
Yeah, I don't know who's left.
Because we had a hell of a discussion going on there for a while.
Yeah, he was probably at the shop working.
That's all right.
Yeah. We were talking about Ruby's.
The tone wheel. Tone wheel,
No.
the reluctor wheel.
Reluctor wheel.
He said, hell of a day.
That's kind of what I figured.
So when I asked which was your preferred shift, I guess I didn't phrase that to actually get what I was looking for.
Oh.
On your days off, what is your preferred shift?
Look, they called me into work.
No. Like if you have the next 5 days off, are you going to be up at night or up during the day or mixed or what?
I revert back to a normal lifestyle. I usually
Up
go to
in the
bed
day,
about 10 or
sleep at
11,
night?
and I get up about probably 7 or 8.
Okay. So
But
you're not fully set to late shift. It's you go back and forth, but on your days off, you prefer to be normal schedule. That's what I was meaning. Because I know people that go back and forth and they just completely change their lifestyle. So their days off are still, they're up at night. My
Right.
daughter's one.
Yeah,
It's what I did when I was working night shift doing mainframe. I wouldn't stay close to my regular shift, but somewhat close.
Right.
So instead of going to bed at like 9 in the morning, because it would take an hour and a half to get back home, I might go to bed maybe 5 in the morning, but at least keep to where I was somewhat close to that shift. But I was only nights, so I was able to do that.
Right.
Yeah. No, you're back and forth. See, I could never do that. I could never flip-flop between days and nights. It would be too hard.
And how long have you been doing that flip flop?
16 and a half years.
Oh shit, the whole time. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I mean, you're kind of used to it now.
That's why I'm trying to put in another friggin' 6.5 and retire with my health care and then get a remedial job down south where I don't have to work swing shift anymore. My house is paid for and I can live in a warm state.
You and I are
And
doing
I
the same
remember
thing.
correctly, you guys have been married since high school, right?
No.
No,
We've been together since high school.
Okay. Well, same thing.
Well, we got married when we were in our 30s. We've been
I
together.
said no, we did not.
Okay, I was 28 when we got married.
You were 27 because I was 26.
Whatever, close enough.
I had Shelby when I was 30.
There you go. So, anywho, we've been together since she was 14 and I was 16.
Okay.
Yeah, but we got married in our 20s.
Late.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, but after high school, you guys have always lived together, right?
Pretty much. I was in
Pretty
the
much.
Navy, so I lived in
Yeah.
San Diego without her for a while.
But I mean, since you guys have you've basically been married since high school, not legally, but basically.
Well, we did take a leave of absence from each other because her parents hated me and did everything in their power to keep us apart.
Oh, well, whose parents doesn't hate the other?
So there was about a year there we weren't
Right.
together.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
That
we
the
found
parents knew about, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was yeah, and then when he got out of the Navy,
I agree, Ken.
when he got out of the Navy, we moved in together. And then
Okay, Tyler, we gotta wrap this up pretty soon.
we got
All right, look, let me give you guys a skinny because the wife's already messing it up. So here's what's up. Back up a little bit.
Oh, you just popped my knee.
I can't see the monitor. There you go. So here's what's up. My grandmother passed away right before I got out of the Navy, right? So my dad moved into my grandparents' house. And my dad told me when I got out of the Navy that as long as we paid the bills in the house I grew up in, my wife and I could stay there. Well, that went on for about 6 months. Then he decided he was going to sell that house and move into my grandparents' house full time. And he told us, hey, you can move in with me or you guys can get your own place. Well, after being independent for 4 years in the Navy, that wasn't an option. So we got our own house and we've been together ever since.
Right on.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Since I was 20. I moved out of my parents' house 6 months before my 21st birthday.
Cool.
Yeah. So I've been on my own ever since. I never moved back in with my parents or anything.
No.
What state are you guys looking to go to? I know you said someplace warmer when you retired.
Florida. Florida.
I've lived there a few times. I know that Anthony's there.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've lived Orlando twice and Tampa once.
Oh, I won't do Orlando. It's too damn busy.
Yeah, I want to live a bit more north too.
Yeah.
It's too what?
Too busy.
Oh.
Orlando.
Too touristy.
Yeah, too touristy.
Oh, too touristy.
The traffic is awful.
We want to be north, a little bit more north.
Yeah.
I lived in Vegas for 2 years. That shit's crazy.
Oh
That's
yeah,
a good
that's
time.
Yeah, there's good times there. Don't get me wrong. But living there and visiting are two different things.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no
I
doubt.
lived there for a couple of years, and I tell you what, that shit was crazy. I'll never do it again.
I don't
Yeah.
blame you.
We have a friend that lives out there, and he's like, I never go to the Strip. I avoid it at all costs.
Yep.
Because the traffic is just so
Insane.
so crazy. I mean, 6-7 years ago, when we would go out there, you could kind of like, drive on the Strip and, it wouldn't be terrible. Now it's just like always busy. And is it the 15? What is it called?
Yes, the I-15.
Oh, I hate that thing. I hate that freeway. There's so many people moving, or there's so many, let me rephrase it. So many Californians moving to Vegas that the 15 is always bumper to bumper whenever you look at it. That sucks.
Californians destroyed Arizona. I lived in Arizona as well. My dad's still out there. Yeah.
I've heard California has destroyed Arizona.
Yep.
Yep.
Seems like everywhere they move, they destroy.
So, yep.
Yeah.
Same with New Yorkers.
Yeah.
Yep.
I heard they're moving to Ken's area as well. A lot of Californians are moving out to Tennessee now.
Oh,
And what they're trying to do is they're trying to make the red areas go blue or purple.
Yeah.
I think they're doing the shit on purpose.
They are. They are.
Well, they want
don't
low
like being where
taxes.
they've already ruined it, so let's go ruin somewhere else the same
Right.
way.
Right.
Well, because the thing is, they want low taxes. They want cost of living to be good. So then they move somewhere else, and then they vote for all the stuff that raises the taxes.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you talk to those people and they think that they're doing the right thing. It's like, you guys are Neanderthals.
Yeah. I mean,
Then go back where you're from, where you did what you did to make it the way you wanted it.
Right?
No, because it's broken.
gas is $5.15 in California right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what the oil barrel price is today, but I was dang near $100 the other day. I'm sure it's over that now.
Wow.
Because of this Ukraine and Russia thing.
I hear
Yeah,
you.
I think they said it's 125 a barrel as of today. I thought that's what they said.
That's high. So Ken, where are you looking at moving? Because I mean, Tennessee's pretty mild for the winter.
And Ken, aren't you? What about your shop? I mean, are you just going to relocate and just start the shop back up somewhere else?
I'm gonna end this in a few minutes. Yeah, we're gonna end it right now.
What's wrong, baby?
Oh, you said you're ending it?
Yeah, we're gonna end this. But I didn't want to cut anybody off from talking.
Well, you guys have a great night.
Here, we're
Trade me
Ow,
seats.
ow, ow, ow. My knees.
So I can do what I do for the final. Hoorah!
I got my big girl.
All right. All right. Well, hey, I appreciate you guys all coming to hang out with us tonight. Sorry I screwed up the first live. Really do. Ugh. Thanks for coming in for Blue Gauge. It was fun, buddy. Appreciate all the knowledge. Mike, thanks for coming in. Everybody else. Oh, Dudes with Wrenches has been in the bushes.
Thanks for having me.
Not a
Thanks
problem,
for
bro.
having me as well.
And everyone have a great night. See you in the next one.
For sure, brother. Have a good one.
See ya.
It gets in the 20s. I hate cold. Yeah, I hear you, dude. I hate the 20s too, Speed Addict. But it gets way colder than that here, brother. My shop can go anywhere, he says. Well, like I said, I got to put in another 6.5 years at the state, and then I'm moving down south. I'm paying my house off, and I'm boogieing. So, anyway, thank you, everybody, for coming and hanging out with me tonight. Greatly appreciate all the likes, shares, and any new subscribers. Appreciate you guys. Thanks, everybody, who shared it out. Thanks for the super chats. And, hey, we'll catch you guys in the next one, huh? Peace, everybody. Thanks an awful lot. And tomorrow's video will be out around noon. Later, everybody.